Hello, hello, and welcome back to the Scrying Mirror. I wanted to get on here. I'm trying to move my chair around so I can see everything a little bit better. Hopefully I don't fall off. But hopefully I don't fall off my chair. I was at Halloween and Halloween night. And of course, every Halloween, I was super excited because I wanted to go to all these haunted houses. And you have to wait in line for quite a while. And was with a few people, and it started raining profusely, like crazy. Like it does every Halloween, something happens. Like the wind is always crazily out of control. So everybody was like, let's go eat. And I was like, I don't want to eat. I want to go to the haunted houses. I want to wait. Like I really love haunted houses. Like I could live in one that's been made up, like one for as my house. Like I could do that forever. I love it. And after that, I had to do some rituals I had to do. So I was kind of like, okay, I need to get home anyway. But we stopped at this place, and a lot of people may have this in their town, and some may not. But there's a place called Ollie's. It's kind of like a TJ Maxx or what's the other one called? I'm having the worst brain farts today. TJ Maxx and like, yeah, the other one. Anyway, TJ Maxx, if I can think of the other one. But it's like everything's on sale. And when I went in there, I love going to their section of books because they always have books for spell books, astrology, tarot, and they're all set out everywhere. And this is at the specific one too, the Ollie's. And I get over there and there's nothing. I can find nothing over there. And I've not been there, granted, for like probably 2 years or so. Or no, I'd been there about 6 or 7 months ago. And there were all these books spread out for like all of that kind of stuff. And I'm looking around and there's nothing there. There's absolutely nothing. I'm looking and I'm looking. And I finally find it at the very bottom, hidden behind other books. And there's stuff that I've seen there that is never there. Tarot cards. I've never seen tarot cards there, but I always see other books. And this section that I found was hidden behind other books, and it was about this big. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me. And they were right beside these other like books, like inspirational. And that was fine, but the inspirational books were put in front of them. And I was like, okay, I know I'm in a Bible Belt city, but this is ridiculous. Because even like the that one book that everyone, the journal, the How to Become Your Best Unicorn journal that everyone kind of likes, that's a big seller. And that one was even like pushed to the back at the bottom, the very, very bottom. So I found these tarot decks. And I was super excited because I never see tarot decks there. And I haven't even got to go to Five Below because the Five Below, I don't have one. The closest Five Below is like 45, 50 minutes away, almost an hour. So I'm like, oh my God, are you serious? Actually, it's an hour and a half away. It's a small town, okay? I don't even have a Victoria's Secret here. It's sad. But anyway, so I am going through all this and I'm like, are you kidding me? There's not anything here. There's like a few spell books, like 3, and then a moon manifestation one, and then there was nothing about crystals. Okay, I take that back. There was one book about crystals, and that was it. So the first one I found was the Illuminated Tarot, and look how pretty that is. And it was not on the back of it. It's $19. I still have the paper wrapping here because I wanted to show you all, so y'all know I'm not lying. It's the Illuminated Tarot. This was on the back, and it says their price $18.99. Our price $3.99. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me. $3.99? This is mine. If it were that $19, I wouldn't have got it. But where this was like, it's beautiful. Look at it. Absolutely gorgeous. And I'll show you just a little walk through it. But look at the inside of the book. Isn't that gorgeous? Like how they show it off. Now this is the, you know how I was upset about the Jane Austen, the 52 card divination one, tarot. It's not a tarot deck if it's 52 cards, so stop it. But this one is, it's 53 cards for divination and gameplay. Caitlin Keegan. So anyway, but it's still beautiful and it's good enough to use. You know, you can use it for just pulling out one card or one day or anything like that. For $3.99, you can't beat that. So if you look at the backs of them, and they're just like the ones that the Jane Austen ones, they've got that vinyl feel to them, like the linen feel, and they're absolutely gorgeous. I mean, they have good color to them. I like that card, and then there's a few others that it's just a beautiful deck. And for $3.99, and look how big the cards are. Like, how could you say no to that? And there were like, I want to say like 18, maybe 15 to 18 more there, because they were at the very bottom and no one knows where they are. And it's absolutely insane though what they did. I was ticked off that they did that. So I pushed them all out to the front. Again, I moved half the books over. I didn't care where I put them. I put them in the front. And I don't care what they said, because they can move them back if they want, because that is not how you do a bookstore or books, or that's just not how you do things. I don't think one person went in there and did that. I know some people just hate tarot and all of that, but you don't do that. I'm not going to go in there and move other books around that I don't like for stupid reasons. So, but this is a beautiful deck. This is the cups. You can tell, obviously, there's the back of the cards. They kind of look like the like a regular tarot deck, and then there's like the swords and the cups, and then some other stuff. But it's a beautiful deck for $3.99. I mean, you could pull cards like this out every day. But my favorite were the swords, because they're purple. I love the swords. Look at that. That's my favorite one. It's the death card as well as the Four of Swords. So if you can see it, it's of course the skull, but my favorite. But like, I loved it. It's not like my favorite. I wouldn't have picked these up for $19. I wouldn't have. But I will for $3.99. Look at that. That one's really pretty too. They're big cards, and you can just use them for like different things. Like I said, gameplay if you want. But it just kind of made me mad about how they did what they did. But other than that, and there used to be so many books in there. I would used to be in there for like an hour trying to figure out which books I wanted, because I didn't have a certain amount of money, and I wanted to get the books that books, but there were never tarot decks in there. So there's that one, and it's beautiful. I love even the outside of it is so gorgeous. And why is it not closing? What did I do wrong here? What did I do? Why is it not going all the way down? But that is the Illuminated Tarot deck. And you can see right here, it's like almost the Illuminati, but that's the back. It's like a vinyl too. And then the next one is the Sacred Web Tarot Deck and Guidebook, the first edition. This is $40, but it's the first edition is on eBay. I looked it up, and it was $60-some, all the way up to like quite a bit more actually. And the back of it is got like, it shows you everything. It comes with a portable guidebook, a special 79th card, which I haven't even got to look at yet. Oh, the 79th card I thought was the full, so maybe I need to go back through there. But I wanted to show you all this, and it shows you a little bit of the cards. But this retails for $40. And I've seen it several times in a bookstore. My bookstore that's in the mall is kind of like Books A Million. But this book for the tarot deck is absolutely so thick, and it's got so much information in it. It's not colored, but it's almost like a, oh, sorry. It's like almost like a hardcover, but it's not. It's like a bendable hardcover. But it's got everything in there, and it even has like Earth, the North, Barren Tree. I find joy in the gift of this human experience, of like everything that is in here. There's one for every one of them. It says it's air, the east, Libra, Pyrite. It tells you which, I guess which, okay, so the wheel, fire. The south, which the south is the fire. That's the point for it. And Jupiter and kyanite. So it shows even the crystals that go with it. So it also talks about ether and like just like the snake that eats its tail. And then the water, earth, and then the 5 elements in the sacred web. And then taking care of your dead, creating a sacred spread, cleansing and recharging. And then in the back, I think there was more in the back. Okay, yeah. In the back, it gives you like a little bit of like a earth. Although 1 of pentacles is joy, 2 of or 1 of water is beauty, and it just keeps going on. And then you've got, let's see, liberation, and it talks about like the suit of air mantras like discernment. 2 is attention, 3 is tuning. It just goes on with so much. It's packed with like scorpion, snake, ram, spider, what they mean, like as a long-tailed widow bird. It's the animals in the sacred web. So it talks about all of those. So this is a great book. And then here are the cards. It is as above, so below. And in the middle it says, let us meet in the sacred center. And I really like that. And then on the inside is this, which is on the outside as well, I believe. Or no, on the back of the book, I think. It's on the back of the book. So we'll scoot this over and we'll just look at these. Let me pull this off here. These do have words on them, but I'm not mad about these, even though everyone knows I hate anything on the back that have words or letters or anything like that. But this one wasn't bad. This says the Tarot Ora Toro Torah Etor. It's like a spell. And it's the sacred web. You can see the web here and everything around it. But here's the thing I didn't quite like is I've not even used this deck yet. I've not, you can tell I'm going through it from up, like from full up. And I've not even shuffled them and they're already peeling. So you've got to be really careful. I paid, it was $40. And for the sacred web, I paid, it says their price, $40. Our price, $6.99. So I paid $6.99 and saved $34 pretty much for this deck. But I'm just going to do a flip through of them. It's a beautiful deck. I would not have paid $40 for it. The cardstock is super thin. It's so much less than even a deck of cards. I do not like the deck, like the cardstock. But for $6.99, you can make these work. And they have like black in here. They have white. That one's, I love that one because it's wolves and coats. But then there's like white in here. There's, let's see. What is that? 9. Why does that go from 9 to 12? Oh. 9, 10. And that's, like this, it looks like that is the Temperance, the Devil, which of course is the snake, I'm assuming. Oh, excuse me. And then, I keep on going. So, it goes through all of these. I'm going to make it quick. There's the crab, so that's the moon. You can tell. And then, I actually started liking these. I did not like these at first. When I got them, I was like, well, that's okay for the price. And then I'm like, okay. Every time I kind of look at them, this was the extra card that came in the front. And I don't know why it's even back there, because I did not put that back there. I don't know why that's even like that, but anyway. But the One of Pentacles would be the yin and yang. It's earth. And then you've got that. I'm trying to go a little fast so you can see them. I kind of got to where I like them. But when you get to the court cards, it's the student, which is the page. Then the scout, which is the prince. The source, which is the queen. And the seer, which is the king. So, it's not really that bad, though. I like it. They could have, the only thing that I think they could have done better on is just a little bit more color, maybe. Just a bit more, maybe. But the only thing that I really, really, did not like at all was the cardstock. The cardstock is absolutely horrible. And this is supposed to be the first edition. It says first edition, but I'm not for sure if that's true or not. There's the water. I'm going to go through them, and the water has blue in it, which swords usually do, so I don't know why that. Then there is the wands. I love that one. That one I think is pretty cute. And they're kind of stuck. So there's like the white one. And this one online is actually more expensive than the other ones. It's like $60 some. Now you'll see it on like Amazon and stuff like that for like, now I believe it's like 20 or something like that. There's the Scout of Fire, Source of Fire, Seer of Fire, and then the feather is obviously going to be your swords. And I'm trying to go through these pretty quick. I really love that one. I thought that one was pretty cool. On the antlers of the deer. Or the elk, I believe. And it's just animals is all it is. There's nothing else but animals. And Student of Air, Scout, Source of Air, Scout of Air, Seer. So that was that one. And so I've got one more to show you. And I was shocked about this one too. But the Sacred Web one had been on here for quite a while. And so I was like, okay, I'm definitely going to get that. But it was stuck underneath the very bottom. And if I wouldn't have moved these, they usually never have tarot decks there. So I wasn't really looking for tarot. I was hoping to find tarot. But and I think that it was probably one of the workers because I came up with my stuff. And when I came up, she seen what I had in front of me, and I asked her about the cards, and I was like, do you all know if y'all carry these a lot or more? And she goes, what cards? Christmas cards? And I'm like, she was like, there's all kinds of cards, Christmas cards, so-and-so cards, and I'm like, no, the tarot cards that I've got right in front of me. Like, she just didn't like that I had them, so, but that's what you do that's what you get for living in the Bible Belt. But this one is the Wild Unknown Tarot Deck Guidebook. I was so excited that this one was on sale. And you will never guess what for. So the price on the back and online, you can see like all the stuff they show here. And all of that. They still say it's the first edition, but the front of this says that there's a new Justice card in here. So I want to see how that was the first edition. It says their price $39.99. I paid $4.99 for this deck. So I was like, okay, yes, I'm getting this deck. So you take off the sleeve kind of thing that kind of keeps it. Okay, so you've got the sleeve. I'm going to make for sure you see all this because there's so much more to this. There's so much in this. And I thought this would be the $6.99 one, but no, it was $4.99. And then over here it shows like how to open it. And the back has got the cups, the wands, the swords, and the pentacles. And then you open it and it says, may you always be on the inner quest. And then the guidebook is the exact same thing. It's from the same publisher, you can tell. But this one has got like, look, swords. It's got even split for swords. And it's the same as the last one. It has got the major arcana, the devil, and it talks about that, the hermit, and these are what the back of the cards look like. So it's actually it's got so many spreads in the front think that's the wands. And it's got clarity spread, shuffling, how to shuffle, how to cut, getting readings, what to ask. So it's great for beginners, really. And it talks about the wands, the cups, the swords, and the pentacle family and what they mean. So that's a really good book. It really is. And it's like a hardcover like the other one, but kind of flimsy too. So then you'll pull another box out. And it just has that in there. But it's like, okay, what the heck? So you've got this box too to go through. So let me flip this box. And then it's the same as the back of that. I'm going to go through these really quick. This one fell out. But on the inside it says, welcome to the Wild Unknown Tarot. You'll find no wrongs or rights inside this box. Only mirrors for reflection. Open your mind, draw a card, and have fun on your journey. So, well, that was really cool. And again, I didn't like these at first. And then I started liking them. So, I don't know what got onto me on that one. I don't know. But look at the back of the cards. Again, the card stock is flimsy and not very good. But for $4.99, I think I could do that. But there is the full. I want to go through these really quick. I'll do it like this. The Empress. And a lot of them have like the moon or the sun on them. I love the Hierophant. This one is one of my favorites of all. I love that one. But this is the new Justice card. But I don't see how it's the new Justice card. And it's still the first edition. I love the Hermit because the lantern on his back. There's the Wheel of Fortune, the Strength card. The Hanged Man is the bat, which I thought was really cool. Death is the bird that, you know, is bones now. And that's the Devil. The Star. Kind of like that one. And see what I'm saying? It's got like the half moon in it. This is the Sun. And it even says it at the bottom, most of them. Yeah, they all say it at the bottom. Judgment. So this is great for beginners. The World. And then it's Ace of Wands. And then from then on, you know it's Wands. It won't say anything else. It's just so, like, I actually like that there's only just a bit of color in there. Because you can, the color that does stand out is so pretty that you kind of forget that there was no color besides the ones that stand out. That one I love. I don't know why. And then the 10 of Wands. And then the daughter. There's the daughter, the son, the mother, and the father. Daughter, son is the other snake. Mother, and the father is, of course, the king cobra. And then you go to the Ace of Cups. And I'm going to go through these really quick. But I think out of all of them, this one is going to be my favorite. There's like a horse. And then for the Six of Cups, for like memories and childhood and all that, it's got the roots, like roots of a family tree. So I think that one is a good one. And then I'm going to go through these really quick. Because I did purchase one more thing there. The owl, and then here comes the pentacles, which is the pentagrams, and then the last part is my favorite. It's the daughter of pentacles, is the fawn, the little buck, the son of pentacles, it's like a spike, and then mother of pentacles and her fawn, and then the father of pentacles, which is the huge buck. And I love that the color is on his horns. So that's really awesome. So if you look at them, they're really cool. And I like this deck a lot. It's probably one of the favorite ones out of them. It just has more to offer than the other ones. But like I said, so this one again was $4.99. And it had all of this. It had this little box. This box that goes into the big box, and then the guidebook, Let me do it like this. The guidebook. And then the sleeve that goes over it for $4.99. So, and so the next thing I wanted to show you was the book that I got from Ollie's. And that's The Spells for a Magical Year. 100 Rituals and Enchantments for Prosperity, Power, and Fortune. And Sarah Bartlett is actually a very good author. I love a lot of her books. I've been trying to look for them. And this one was more than any of the tarot decks. It was $8.99, and I think it's because it was a hardback, and books, I guess, are more expensive. I don't know, because you can tell they didn't care about the tarot decks, putting them as cheap as they did. But it was $16.99, but it was on sale for $8.99, so it was more than any of the tarot decks were. So I thought that was kind of crazy. But I like the inside of it because it looks old. See all the old, like it looks like an old parchment paper that you would write on. And so you've got the introduction, and in the introduction it talks about the reason why, and I didn't like this. I found out about this when I started opening it more and more. There's each day, like November 1st, November 2nd, November 3rd, like it's like by days or like a few days or by week. And I don't like those kind of spells because I don't like them. But this talks about her actually doing these. As the solstice was only 4 days away, I was tempted to try out the spell the next day. But what did a few days difference matter? Yet, scrawled in black ink in the back of the book were the words, "Invoke the right power on the right day, and only then the right power on the right day, and then you'll have your way." Impatient as I was, I had to have a go at my chosen spell. I humbly waited for the 21st of June and the hour that was set for the spell, 3 p.m. So she's saying that she did it and her boyfriend became her husband, and that's why she says that it's important to do it on the right date. And I do believe that. I do believe that in like the lunar cycles and all of that. And that's what it talks about, is like the solar cycle, the lunar cycle, the power of and that's what it says. The next one is the power of nature and magical cycles, and the reason why it's important to do it on the same days. And I agree with that, but not everything. Like if you have to do a spell and you have to hurry up with it, it needs to be done. It's got to be done. That's just the way it is. But it talks about if you're a new witch, it's magical tools you can use: altar, chalice, athame, cauldron. Magical tips, or how to cast in the magical circle and close it. How to be a good witch, and geomancy. And this is about the origination of the Middle Eastern shamans who drew mystical patterns in the sand to invoke earth energies. In medieval Europe, the famous magician and astrologer Cornelius developed 16 mystical symbols from these ancient shamanic patterns, similar to the Taoist oracle, the I Ching. Its symbols correspond to the astrological elements, planets, and their associated crystals. So it goes through here, and it's like the festival, and it shows you January the 5th, the festival of Bafana, a prosperity spell to realize your goals. And so it talks about that, and I like that. Down here it says what you need on every one of them. And I'll show you one more. There's St. Brigid's feast day, and it tells you like February the 1st. And so where's one? There's the new moon, a charm for financial stability, and it tells you what you need. And so I'm kind of getting to where I like it a little bit better. The full moon spell is enchanting to attract money. And then in the back, I keep hitting that, I swear. Then in the back, it's about the author. And then the epilogue, and then full moon spells for good business. It's got quite a bit in here. It's got winter solstice and like sun in Capricorn. It's got different where they're spelled to manifest new romance. The night of trivia, day of Frigga. Sun moves into Sagittarius. There's also one about the Scorpio. Halloween. Eos Eve, spelled to break an infatuation, which is October 28th. So you have to do it on October 28th. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it shouldn't have to be like that. Like, sun moves into Scorpio October 20th. And then it tells you what you need for that. But also, you can do it some other times as well. Other things. The Feast. It's a good book. It's just I didn't like the fact that it was like that. But then it also shows you the runes and stuff. And the sun moves in a Virgo. An enchantment to sell your ideas. So there's another one, but I can't find now. Happy Home, Good Luck Enchantment. New Moon, and that one's another new moon. I guess that's it. But there's Sun into Cancer, a spell for enrichment and wealth. But there's different ones in here. Health Life, New Moon, spell for better sex. Full Moon, spell for banishing fears. And it tells you below, just after the full moon, the spell will help you overcome any fears you have, swapping fear for opportunities to be seized. So it's a good book. It's just I'm going to have to look into it a little bit more. But I'm looking for a book of spells that I can use that are not just for certain times. And I know how to do the when to use them. So I don't need a book like that. So I didn't know it was like that. But I do like the book. I just got to get used to it. But I will remind myself never to get a book like that again. But Sarah Bartlett, go check out her other stuff. She's got really good stuff. It's just this one wasn't for me. But I do like it. I will use things out of it. It's just, this is for new witches, and that's what I think. But I also got one more, and I'm just going to show you it really quick. This is your destiny. Using astrology to manifest your best life. And it was from Target, but I got it from a lady that was doing she was selling you know how you buy the pallets and resell them? So it talks about that, and it actually shows you about, like, reading birth charts. And, like, right here in the front, like, over here it says planet, zodiac signs, and keywords for them, which was really cool. I thought that was really bad. That was awesome. But then here, if I hit that one more time, I swear, there was more in here. It was about, like, your birth chart, but then there was something else in the front, but now I can't figure out where it's at. So then there was, like, the major aspects and the rulership chart. So there's a lot of stuff you can go through, and it talks about several things, like, I'll read these and then I'm going to be done. It was astrology and manifestation, knowing thyself, money is emotional, cultivate your connections, getting intimate, hustle with intention, the tough stuff, cosmic intuition, and then that was the birth charts and the tables and stuff like that. But I paid $1 or $2 for it. So, and then I got the rune book, which shows all the runes in it, how to use them with the positive runes that you can get earned money, and especially with paired with, and then ones that are, if you look at it, I always use a feather for my page marker. So following with negative runes, and then tells you about that too. So it's all about the runes, and then spreads for those runes, and how to use them, and also a quick, easy rune reference. And in the back, I think it's for your, where is it? I just had it. It was about your letters. I don't know where it went. It was letters for your runes. Oh, there it is. And it talks about all the runes for the letters. But thank you all for letting me share that with you all. And I will see you all later. And hopefully I can find some more good stuff, good hauls. Thanks. Have a good one.